So Paul Ryan went on Fox Business Network, and Stuart Varney here asked him a question about Trump. And look, he's sort of leading the charge on the "for the love of God, don't pick Trump" position. He is a very vocal advocate of that. So I want to listen to his argument here, and then I'll break down what I think makes sense and what I think misses the mark. Here we go.
Is Donald Trump electable in 2024, bearing in mind that you have a history with Mr. Trump?
Yeah, bear in mind, I do have everybody knows our feelings toward each other, I guess I'd say. My point is, we're going to want to win so badly, we're going to want to beat Biden and the Democrats in 2024, that we won't nominate Trump because we want to win. The new swing voter in American politics is the suburban voter. And it's really clear the suburban voter doesn't like Trump, but they like Republicans. So I think anybody not named Trump, I think, is so much more likely to win the White House for us. And it's sort of like what the Democrats did. They went from Dean to John Kerry in 2004. They went from Bernie to Hillary in 2016. They went from Bernie and Elizabeth Warren to Joe Biden to win in 2020. I think the same thing's going to be for us. We're going to want to win the White House so badly and beat the Democrats. And we know we're so much more likely to lose with Trump because of the fact that he's not popular with suburban voters, that we're going to want to win. And that's why I think we got a great stable of candidates, any of whom are really capable of not just getting the nomination, but winning the general election.
Okay, so the part he's right about is in a general election, any Republican but Trump has a better chance at this point. There's no doubt about it. If you don't believe that, you're just denying the whole reality. Now, the other thing is his specific argument on that front actually is true, that the swing voters are now in many instances the suburban voters, and the suburban voters despise Donald Trump. That's all true. That's just true. So that's the part he's right about. The part he's wrong about is that he's way too confident that Republicans are going to whip into shape and they're going to vote for anybody but Trump because we want to win the general against Biden. On that one, he's just wrong at this point. You know, if the election was today, Trump would win the Republican primary and win it pretty easily. I think DeSantis has a shot. I know a lot of people don't think that. I definitely think he has a shot, but that would require Trump being convicted of some crimes. You know, little things need to fall in place for him, which are actually a big deal, like him going down over any of his various crimes. And then DeSantis, I think, could win. So Trump not being able to run, probably DeSantis would win or somebody else would win. Or Trump having some big event where he still tries to run, but he's too scarred, then I think DeSantis could win. But if the election was today, Trump is still the favorite. I don't think he's a majority favorite. I think he's a plurality favorite, but he's a favorite nonetheless right now. Paul Ryan has way too much confidence in his assertion that, Republican primary voters are going to get past Trump. I don't see all that much evidence to that effect right now. Again, unless one of the cases takes down Trump. I really don't. If he's unindicted and unconvicted by the time the primary comes, he's going to fucking win the thing, man. He's going to win the thing. And I think what Paul Ryan is doing is he's projecting his own sentiments onto Republican primary voters. But, wake up, bro. Dude has created a cult around him. And if that cult makes up even 35% of the Republican base, which it does, then that's more ironclad support than anybody else. And the other problem is you will very likely have a scenario, if Trump can run, it'll be Trump, and then it'll be 8, 9 other Republicans, and so you're splitting the anti-Trump vote or the Trump skeptical vote between a lot of characters, and Trump has his base solidified. So then he wins that way too. So yeah, but look, it's interesting that now you have former Republican leaders who are sort of on TV leaning into, hey, anybody but Trump. Literally anybody but Trump. And I think this shows a yearning among the Republican elite class, and he's the only one that's coming out of the closet, but a lot of them feel this way secretly, that bro, it went too far. We got to get back to having people who feign professionalism, and they talk like politicians, and they're honorable gentlemen, but they'll also just continue the same policies as Trump. They'll cut taxes for the rich. They'll destroy the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They'll deregulate Wall Street and the predatory payday loan industry. They'll nominate evangelical right-wing judges who will, force religiosity into our lives. they all agree on that stuff. They just know that Trump is too crass and too unhinged and too extreme and too, honestly, anti-American at this point because he wants to totally override the democracy. They really just feel like we can't do him. It's got to be anybody but him. It's got to be anybody but him. So, but I'm sure, I hope Paul Ryan doesn't read his Twitter mentions, if he's even still on Twitter. Doesn't go on social media, because, man, he'll get death threats now from the Republican base as a result of this. Even though he's right about a general election. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.